And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Monopoly Gamer Mario Kart. Now, I already reviewed an original Monopoly Gamer. This is not the first one. There was a Monopoly Gamer, which was just Super Mario. And I remember talking about it and saying it's not really Monopoly. It's a little Monopoly, but mostly just it's like Mario Kart. Well, now they actually made a Mario Kart themed one based on one of the greatest video games ever designed, no question. And so this is kind of a silly little game, you know, going around shooting turtle shells at each other if you want that in a board game. And you kind of like Monopoly, but this is, again, it's different than Monopoly. For one thing, this won't take longer than an hour, I think. Here's how it plays. In Monopoly Gamer, you have this board. Each person is going to select their racing car. Now, there's only 4 that come in the game itself. Those 4 are Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad. But you can buy little packs with the rest of them. So I have all of them here because who doesn't want to play with Metal Mario or Bowser or Yoshi or any of these other folks, Donkey Kong, who is my favorite. So you'll pick your person, you'll put them on the track here. Everyone starts with 10 coins. The different deeds for the different places you'll put around the board by their place. So here's the water park. It will go here. One person is chosen to go first, and we start off. On a player's turn, they're going to roll 2 dice, a 6-sided die to move, and then this die here, the power-up die. You'll roll them both, and you can do them in either order. If you move, you simply move that many spots. If there's any coins on the board, any coins you move over or into, you will take those coins and keep them. Then this die is going to be different depending on what you roll, because each of these is going to do various things. So if I roll this, for example, then I'm going to get 3 coins from the bank. If I roll a banana peel, I'll drop a banana on the track. And if someone lands on a banana, they must stop and do whatever that says on that spot there. This here is a little bit of a lightning bolt. Everyone else drops a coin in the space they currently are. Here we have the spiny shell. And you pick someone else, and that person has to drop 3 coins in their current space. We have the regular turtle shell. The next person on the board will drop 3 coins on their space. So you have this die that you're going to roll. Now, depending on who you are, you might cause more problems to happen to somebody based on what you roll. So, for example, the shy guy here, when he rolls this, the player in front of and behind you drop 3 coins. Luigi here, when you roll a banana, you can put a banana on any property that he owns. Toad here, when you roll the lightning bolt, all players drop 1 coin and give you 1 coin. Mario, when he rolls the 3 coins, collects 3 coins or add up to 3 spaces to your roll. So each person will have different abilities based on what they roll. Then, depending on where you land, something good or bad will happen. If you land on here, you're basically going to roll again and move farther on these boost spaces. If you land on a star, you will get the special star ability of your character. So, for example, Mario gets 3 coins and rolls and moves again. Metal Mario here, everyone else skips their next power-up die roll. They'll just roll the normal die, not the power one. Bowser steals 4 coins from any player. By the way, if you notice, these expansion ones here don't have the picture on. They just don't look as nice. I know that they made these expansions so they work with multiple languages, but it's not as fun having the picture of the character in front of you, but what have you. If you land on a property, you can buy that property by paying a coin to the bank. You then have that property. This tells you a little bit here about when you basically give up the title deeds here, but here's the rent. If you have all the same cards of the same color, all 2 of them, then people will pay you double the rent when they land on these different spots. Whenever someone hits go, they collect 2, and also a race will happen. So we pick the top card of this race. There are several races here. These races are worth several points, just like properties are worth points as you collect the different properties in the game. Everyone pays to race, and then you roll a die. And whoever rolls the highest gets the first place, second place, and third place, and do whatever they say here. And whoever gets first place also gets the card, which is worth points. And they get cooler and cooler as the game goes by. Also, they cost more to get involved in that race. When the last race is finished, then the game ends, and players are going to simply add up their points. They're going to add their points for the races that they've won, for the properties that they've owned, and every 5 coins that they have is worth 10 points. Whoever has the most points is the winner. The cars themselves are great. And in fact, I'm going to be taking these cars out and putting them in another game because I like them that much. Now, are they worth paying, the extra couple bucks to get each of these extra cars? I'm not so sure on that. But if you're a fan of Mario, you're going to want to get all these, right? These are cool, and I like them. They don't have the amiibo guy, but whatever. Anyway, that's kind of neat. These are great. This is okay. The card quality itself is not very good. Again, with these square corners, which bend really easily. The coins are okay. The artwork is cool. And it's fun to look at the different spots on the board. At least these aren't called Park Place and Boardwalk. We got Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road. Although for some reason, we're still using the same thing for going to jail like we have in other games. The board folds up pretty easily and everything fits in a nice box here. Although once again, it's a box with a hole in the lid, so you're going to have these guys pop out possibly. Is it possible that I am too nice to this game because it's Mario Kart? Yeah, probably. I like the idea of the game. It's fast and silly racing, but I really like Mario Kart and Luigi, who, as we all know, is superior to Mario. The problem that this game has is that it's really lucky. I mean, you're literally rolling 2 dice. You have some choices, which die you will do first. Sometimes you have a choice of how you're going to play a game. You have a choice of whether you want to enter a race. But it comes down to rolling the dice and seeing what happens. Yes, there's silliness. Kids are going to get a bigger kick out of this. In fact, I will go so far as to say this is a kid's game. But it does offer more choices than normal, again, because you have 2 dice and you just have to decide which one to do first. But the whole property and buying coins in the races, at the end of the day, many times it's just going to be who does better rolling the dice. Whoever rolls more well is the winner. It comes with the 4 characters, you get more. That is definitely a money grab for sure. Look at all these characters, look at all the special abilities. But, if you want a certain one, you don't have to get all of them, but I might want Donkey Kong, who I like the best. He's my favorite racer in the video game, so I'd want to get him too. And then you could play with more than 4 players, although that's kind of pushing it to go around the table. If you love Monopoly, you might be disappointed because this game is not so much as the buying properties and building houses and hotels. There's no houses and hotels here. But if you think Monopoly is too long, this might be a better fit for you because it is only an hour. But it still is extremely lucky and silly, but I kind of have a soft spot for it. It's not something I'm going to want to play all the time, but it's something me and my kids can have a good time with and roll dice and shoot turtle shells at each other and lightning bolts and things like that. And if that's what you're looking for, then here you go. Dice Tower Judgment, I think Nintendo fans will be amused.
Go around smacking stuff.